Hello traders and investors, this is a technical analysis video and a long trade setup for MATIC. MATIC, just a little bit, some background. MATIC has been in a serious downtrend since the beginning of June. The American Securities and Exchange Commission declared MATIC and a lot of other prominent altcoins as securities, and MATIC has experienced a severe downturn. A drop of more than 43%. Now, it has reached its selling climax on June 10th at the 50-cent level. It had a small rally, and ever since the 11th of June, it has been in a range. The range low is at 58 cents. The range high is at 71 cents. Now, as MATIC nears its breakout point, it presents us with the wonderful opportunity to buy low and sell high, because in 71 cents, I think that MATIC is undervalued, and its price potential could reach at least 156. And not today, not tomorrow, it will take time, but it's an opportunity. But to take advantage of this opportunity, we need to either buy the range low, okay, or to buy the breakout. And the question many traders ask is how to buy the breakout, because a lot of times many traders get burned buying breakouts because the asset does something like this. It goes up and gets back below the range, and the trader that bought the breakout ends up being liquidity. So we want to avoid that. Now, there is something that you need to pay attention to before buying a breakout, is the supply zones above the range. You see here this small green candle and the red candle. This is a supply zone because it's a drop, base, drop, meaning that you have a lot of trapped traders in this level, and any price move up, these traders are going to dump their assets and pull the price down. So you want to buy a breakout, but you have to be careful not to be exit liquidity for all these traders. And it's not just MATIC. I just have a few examples. If you watched my Didex video, this is Didex on the weekly level. You see that we have a supply zone here, and it worked very well. It suppressed the price down. This is XRP on the daily. This is a supply zone, and you can see how it pushes price down and it doesn't let XRP break above the range. This is BNB. I already showed it in the BNB technical analysis video. This is a supply zone, and you see that once an asset gets to the supply zone pushes the price down. Try it again, and it pushes the price down. So you want to buy a breakout, but you don't want to be exit liquidity. So how do you buy a breakout? First of all, you need to identify the range. This is the range. You see a range is a low and a high, and price is moving within that range. Like this. Okay? Now that we have the range high. We need to examine the range high and to look for landmines, such as supply zones, because these supply zones, if they are in close proximity to the range high, it is most likely that they will suppress the price and move it back into the range. So what do? We do not buy the breakout. Okay? Don't buy the breakout. Buy the retest. What do I mean? Once the asset breaks above the range, wait for it to enter into the supply zone. the supply zone is most probably going to suppress the price, and the price can either get back inside the range, or the price can get into the supply zone and test the range high as support. You want to buy the retest of the range high as support. Okay? Now, another point that is important, that if you see the asset get into the supply zone and pierces it through, even if it pushes the price down, the probability of a successful retest is much better. Okay? So we wait for the price to get back above the range. We don't FOMO, we don't chase. We let the supply zone do its job. We let the asset get back down and we watch. If the range high acts as support and you see a response, very well, go ahead and buy. If the asset gets back below the range, you either wait until a level inside the range, such as the mid-range or the range low, or you wait for another breakout attempt, because assets can stay in a range for a long time, and this is a trading opportunity in and of itself, but this is not the purpose of this video. Okay, so back above the range high, into the supply zone, down into the range high, test it as support, and once you see a reaction, this is when you buy and you go long. Okay, now there are two additional tools that can help you ascertain if this is truly a breakout or is it a fake out. The first is the volume. If the move is genuine and there are real actual buyers behind it and not just whales jacking up the price in order to trap you, the volume candles will be big green candles. Okay? If you see low volume, a breakout on low volume is most likely a fake out. And there is another tool that can help you. This is the TTM squeeze indicator. The TTM squeeze indicator measures volatility, meaning that when volatility is high, you see these dots, the green dots, that means that volatility is high. When you see orange dots or black dots, that means that volatility is low. So you want to at least see one green dot to support your decision, but you don't have to watch the TTM squeeze on the daily time frame. You can watch it on the lower time frames as well, because the lower time frames are more responsive. The TTM squeeze is a lagging indicator. Okay, so this is my trade setup. Breakout above the range high. Test the range high as support. Entry is at around 71 cents. Stop loss at the mid-range at around 65 cents. And the targets of this trade, this is a swing trade and this is a long-term trade. It's not for a day, it's not a day trade, it's not even for 2 days. It may take weeks for this asset to reach to its target, okay? But it doesn't mean that you don't take profit along the way. So the target is 156, but you should take profits along the way. Where? At strategic places, such as 85 cents. Why? Because we have another supply zone here and resistance at 95. So either you take profit at 85 cents or you move up your stop loss. If MATIC makes it above 95, I am fairly confident that the way up is clear. But nevertheless, you take profit at 95, at 118 because it's also resistance, and you take the rest at 157. Okay, that's the technical analysis video and the long trade setup for MATIC. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. I upload daily, almost daily, about altcoins and Bitcoin technical analysis. And if I can see a nice trade setup, I share it with you free. I'm not shilling anything. I'm not selling anything. Trading is a lonely business, and I'm here to share my insights with you. That's it. I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next video.